always wanted to sing, and it just never happened. Certain things happened in my life, that sort of curtailed that dream. And then I guess I was in my late 20s, and I've been working at Piccadilly as a purchasing agent, and decided, well, this is just not enough. So I went back to school, first at UNO, then at Loyola, and then I got married, and I started singing with New Orleans Opera and various other things, and it became sort of a second career, my main career being teaching, and then the singing on the side, which grew over the years. And with my career in teaching now at an end, the singing is starting to take over. It's going to be the primary thing soon. Mary Pinnock Aiken, who is our mezzo in the group, and I had performed at various churches around Christmas and Easter, and done some country club jobs together. And we became friends, and we're doing other things. And then her friend, Lauren Mooney-Gisclair, was back from graduate school several years back. And I was saying, we ought to start a group. And she said, well, I know the great soprano. I said, okay, great. So Lauren and I got to know each other. We got a job down at St. Patrick's, singing with the choir there. And we furthered the idea, and eventually we just started. It's sort of all in the family now, which is sort of fun. My son is at Tulane, and he's in musical theater, and so he's a tenor like myself, and he's pretty good, and he's getting a lot better. So he performs with us. He's performed with us once. Mary's husband, Joe, is a tenor, a little bit different than myself, a little higher, a little bit more musical theater. And Mary's brother, Jake Pinnock, is a baritone. When you go see an opera, sometimes you want to hear that famous aria, that duet, or that large ensemble. And a lot of the other stuff, is fun, but it's not as entertaining. And what we do as Bon Operatit is we take the fun, popular, brilliant excerpts from opera, and we put that into our shows. And I think that's what people really like, So there's rarely a song that we sing that people don't know, people don't really enjoy. There's no recitative, so to speak. A lot of your companies now, the larger companies and medium-sized companies like New Orleans, are really having trouble, putting on these things. And a lot of it, I think, is that, their donors, people who would endow them with funds, are, they're not doing it anymore. And the people, the middle-aged folks right now, not as many of them are as interested in that. So, and also, they're not. I think a lot of people don't want the formal experience of having to go all the way downtown and so on and park your car for an opera and that kind of expenditure. So I think that you're seeing, because of the economic constraints and maybe different attitudes and different wants, you're seeing a lot of smaller less formal venues appear across America. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing, because, these big opera companies, take hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to produce one opera. It's not feasible now, and they don't have the support for it. People are not as philanthropic as they have been in the past, and possibly there's not as much money to go around anyway, so.